lets the van turn to the dark side. Big fear is like, man, the customer's gonna get here and he's gonna have a Sith van.
All right, Evan, here we are. I'm rolling, dude.
Hold on. Let's get the trim on first. Jared, it's funny how it seems like every time you come to do a tour with us, it's when we're in the last stages of finishing a van.
Well, what would it be like? Where else would it be?
Once it's done. Then we'd be like, hey, look, we have this completed van.
It is done.
It's still got trim going on.
You got the red carpet up, my man.
Yeah. We love you that much.
What up, Alan? Alan's here too.
Hey, what's going on? Customer's on his way. This is going to be great.
People have been trying to design lightsabers since the 80s.
Right.
And we've finally done it. We will start the tour once that trim piece is installed.
Fair enough. What up, man?
What's going on? We got another van build.
I see that. But this one, the guys are finishing up on the other side, so we're just gonna talk about a little bit on this side. We're gonna work our way over.
Sounds perfect. Yeah, we're putting the last trim piece on, a really exciting feature on this van right now. So,
all right, well, this is.
I can take this, and I don't need a rag to clean it anymore.
Thank you very much. It actually stands out to me right off the bat. Is this a different color van, or is there just something happening here?
Yes, it's a little different. I think what you'll notice. So this is a Tannerite gray from Mercedes that we went ahead and paint matched the bumper to. So that makes a big difference on just the overall look of the van, which I love the paint match. And then this is what I'm sure you're drawing attention to is our white stripe down the side.
It almost reminds me of like a stormtrooper.
Yeah, funny you
see where I'm going with that?
Yeah, funny you mentioned that. So this van is Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Okay.
So we were going for very much a little bit of a modern retro style on the exterior. So that's why we've got that trim piece painted in white. And when we step onto the interior, all of that will start to make a little bit more sense.
Well, you have your Sandy Van product on the side, so maybe talk to us a little bit about that.
So starting out down low, we've got our Sandy Van side steps, making it easier to get into this all-wheel drive Sprinter. These things sit so high, especially when you add oversized wheels and tires, getting these a little bit more height. So that's the first product. Coming up to the top, we've got the Sandy Van's sandbar roof rack. To be able to access that, we've got our side ladder. On the top of this, we have 400 watts of solar. We have a Max Air fan and a Dometic RTX 2000. So there's not a ton of extra real estate for decking, but we do have a couple spots where there's some small decking to be able to hop up and access your roof.
Anything on the rear?
And then on this van, no, we kept the rear nice and clean. We've got rear windows on this van. So we didn't want to put anything that was going to impede that view there. Just keep it a real tight, small package.
Does Sandy Van offer any back racks or anything?
You got that right, yes. So we have both a starboard rack for the passenger side and a port rack for the driver's side that mount onto those rear doors and open and close with the doors.
Excellent.
So you'll see that on most of our vans. Like I said, this one we were just trying to keep it real clean and simple for the customer.
Well, as we walk around, I usually try to ask any DIYers or professionals. Professionals usually hide this, but pricing. I get a lot of comments about pricing. How much do these things cost? How do I afford it? You know, can I do it myself? Maybe as we walk.
Where do you want to start with those questions? That was a really loaded question there, but pricing. So on a built-out Sprinter, you're looking from us with the van included, anywhere from about the 129 to 200 range. So it's really going to matter what interior layout you're going with, what interior components, and how you're packaging it. So that's going to vary on that price. Probably the most expensive of that being going from a rear-wheel drive Sprinter to an all-wheel drive Sprinter. So when you're getting into an all-wheel drive Sprinter like this one, this is going to start at 149. This one's coming in probably, I'll have to double check on the build sheet on this one, but I'm pretty sure this one's right around the 165 price point as you see this spec'd out.
The add-ons, exterior components, maybe a lift kit or suspension upgrades,
Yeah,
etc.
so no suspension or lift on this one, but that's something we do pretty frequently.
Sure.
And yeah, this has all the full exterior package and then some really cool creative interior design things that we've done on it. So a lot of what they're spending is for the engineering and design time to create these ceiling panels, Lightsaber, some of the fun things we're going to get into here in a little bit.
And now you also offer a super high-end collaboration build, Concrete Oasis, that is a little bit more than that $200 price tag.
Yes, so that one we're starting at $299. So instantly we're going from a 144 chassis, which you're seeing here, to a 170 chassis. So a little bit bigger, a little more real estate, and then a lot more going on in that van. And I can't wait till we show you that one
Well, let's go on inside and check the rest of this van
Yeah,
out.
let's do it. All right, we good, guys? Sweet. He's gonna film too. We're good. We're good on the vacuum. We're gonna call that good enough.
Hold on, I'm just gonna call out here that guys, he's wearing 2 DJI mics because I have Caleb right behind me that is filming for Sandy Vans. So,
Yeah, so-
for people that would be like, why does he have? Are you really micing me too?
Yeah.
All right.
And that should just go to show how much we focus on efficiency here at Sandy Vans. If we're gonna do a walkthrough, we might as well do 2 at the same time.
All right.
Sandy Vans, efficiency. Okay, I'm actually gonna go, we're gonna reset because I want you to start out with this door closed. All right, so what you're gonna notice right here is our Lightsaber at the entryway. So that's actually activated by a motion sensor right in here. So when that door opens up, that activates the Lightsaber, and then your Lightsaber beam moves forward.
That's crazy.
Yes. Yeah, we wanted to go pretty nuts on this van. So this customer, big fan of Star Wars, and came to us and he said, hey, I want to try to, 1, I love the names you guys do, and so I want my van to be Obi-Wan Kenobi. And 2, I want to try to incorporate as much Star Wars into it as I can, but doing it to where it's not too over the top, where it's still tasteful. So that's what we tried to do with this one. So
And
I think probably the most ridiculous on this is the Lightsaber.
That's
but
pretty
that
cool,
just love the way that turned out.
Obviously, he's got passengers, so he's going to be wanting people to passenger with him, and that's a thing that you offer. So yeah, let's step on in.
Yeah, so what you're seeing first thing right here is that Fenton Bellagio flip down seat. It's part of our fam van package. So you can get this particular layout, which is our social, which has the large U dinette in the back, and we'll jump into that in a second. But if you want to pair that with the seat, yeah, so every 60 seconds, it'll restart that again. So you get to watch the animation again and again. Yeah, but let's climb on in.
Yeah.
Beautiful thing about this seat is it stows up out of the way, giving you full access into the camper. But when you need seating for 2 more, you just flip it down. It's as easy as that. And then grabbing this lever right here, popping everything up. So comfortable, DOT approved seating for 2. What's also cool about this seat is it has attachment points for car seats in here. That's a request we get from customers all the time. Need to drive with 4, flip it on. When you get to your camp spot, just do the reverse, pop that, this flips down, and then flips up and out of the way. You'll see right behind here, we have a Lagoon table mount. This just slides out and can pop onto the Lagoon table here or in the back. And that one can also be attached up here. Both of the front captain chairs are on swivels, so they can swing around so you can get a dinette up at the front. And I want you to see this because I see people attach tables all the time in ways and they rattle. It's super important for us to keep things silent.
Pretty tight in there.
Yeah, super tight, everything with felt on that, so you just cannot hear
The felt
any
is
rattle.
what happened. The felt is what works.
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah, so keeping that nice and quiet. We were talking about more Star Wars themes, but trying to do tasteful Star Wars.
Yes.
Let's look up top.
For people that don't know what's that from, those lights are particular to somewhere in Star Wars.
Yes, so this is called a galaxy panel. And right above me, this is what you're going to see in the back of the Death Star. We went ahead and incorporated that into our ceiling lights. So, galaxy panel, you've seen this before at Sandy Vans. We like to do drop-down panels and cover up the fan. So we have our Max Air fan right here.
Very tastefully done.
Yes, yeah. So you still have access to be able to control things in here, open and close that. It's also remote controlled, so you don't always have to squeeze your fingers in there, but if you need to. And then in the event of needing to service the fan, this entire panel can be dropped down and you can get in there and clean the fan quite easily still. What do you want to see now?
Beside the dual galleying, the galleys that dual.
Yes, dueling galleys. Over here we have our sink cabinet with flip-up countertop on the side, so when you need a little extra cook and prep service.
Is that a
easy to pop
1
up.
1/4 inch bamboo?
Good eye, sir, good eye.
That's a thick countertop.
It is a thick countertop. And there's just something about the thicker countertops that just looks so good.
Yeah.
So we only do that on the countertops. We do try to reduce weight in these vans where we're able to, but you just can't get away with how good that thick countertop looks.
I mean, I love that end grain too.
Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, pretty. Exactly. Getting that carbonized end grain is just, we just really love it. So that's why we go with these for the bamboo countertops.
Excellent. And then you have a fridge down here right above your cooktop, which obviously you're going to need.
Yep.
And it looks like you guys even switched. Did you officially switch over to the Wabasso ones? Or?
This is actually an Indel B.
And let me ask you this. You have the ceiling lights that are the Death Star, and then the blue lights are from what? Or is that you just wanted blue?
Everything is on different switches here, so you can set the mood that you're looking for. So we're able to turn these off, or if we wanted a dim thing, everything's on dimmers. And then we have our white functional lighting underneath, and then we have all of this blue accent lighting. And at night, this looks clean. Remember, this is Obi-Wan Kenobi, so we're going with that blue lightsaber theme.
The blue lightsaber, gotcha.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is a really
not the red
looking
one, not the red lightsaber.
It's actually funny. So the lights are RBG.
Yeah.
Yep. And so we had it programmed when we were installing it. Somebody switched the programming to red, and we were all freaking out that it's the van turned to the dark side. It was a big fear. It was like, man, the customer's going to get here, and he's going to have a Sith van.
Oh my God!
But we got it. It went back to the good side.
This customer ended up going with the microwave. That is an option, right?
Correct. So this is actually something we will do now. It's standard on all Sandy vans.
Oh, it
come
is.
with a microwave. We will do a microwave delete if you'd rather have that additional storage in there. While we're on subject of upper cabinets, something else you'll notice in the upper cabinets here is we love putting a lot of outlets in here. So we've got outlets in each one of these cabinet sections. So the front ones, both of these back here have outlets, 110, USB, and USB-C. So you can tuck things in there, store everything in.
Excellent.
We also, on all of these cabinets, have this nice lip.
I was going to say, did you add the lip?
We have added the lip.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is a new thing in the Sandy vans. So as you're mobbing down a road, things tend to shift while underway. You can open the cabinet. You don't have to worry about your items falling down.
Okay, cool. So that's why. Was that a like a per request? Somebody was like.
This is standard on all of our cabinets.
No, I mean, like, did somebody mention it and you're like, yeah, we're going to start adding lips?
No, nobody mentioned it, but I think I've had things fall on my head one too many times, and it was like, okay, we need to figure out a solution for this.
Well, that means you change the upper cabinet hardware to looks like it's just magnets.
Yes,
because
so
of the lip.
It's exactly. So that was another thing is what you'll often see is these, which we still use.
Catch latches,
these catch latches, which I'm not a huge fan of. This really is the best solution on the market for using this in an RV situation.
They break often.
But they break often.
Yeah.
And if somebody can come up with a better solution, please do. We'll start buying it immediately.
Yeah.
That's something, if we get some time, we'll dedicate some time to design it. It's not on the radar.
I mean, you have it open. We might as well talk about it. It looks like you got a little pooper there.
Yes. So what we have in here, unused, still with the wrapper on,
oh, the Laveo,
is the Laveo dry flush toilet.
So is that per customer request?
That is.
Okay.
Exactly. Yep. So we have the option. We will do composting toilets. We'll do cassette toilets. We'll do the Laveo dry flush toilet. So we'll start to have that conversation with the customer, see what's more important to them. We typically, if we are doing our composting toilets, it's a little bit smaller, so we're able to put this on a drawer slide. The only caveat when we do the dry flush in this cabinet is we don't have enough for those slides. So this is actually just setting in there, and then you'll have to lift it out to be able to put it in.
I do like Laveo dry flushes.
But they are great toilets. As far as, I mean, you tell me, do you think there's anything better out there?
Well, actually, I also use a wrap-on.
What is a wrap-on?
I will have to share it with you. But it's a dry flush system, but it's a heat-sealed single-use bag.
Okay.
So it's a little bit different.
Instead of the Diaper Genie twist.
Yes, correct. So that's a twister. The other one's a heat sealer. However, there's a company about to come out with a urine diverter dry flush.
I've heard of this.
Yes, and they were at the expo we were just at. You weren't out there.
Yeah.
So I will share that with you separately as well.
All right.
That's CompoCloset, I think is what the name is.
Well, excited to see some new
there you go.
new toilet options out there.
Yes. I love the new idea for the upper latches, by the way.
Yeah. Get rid of those plastic clips where we can. Magnets just work great. Keep things stored
It's the little
there.
things. It's the little things that make the big differences.
Yep.
Interesting. Looks like he's excited about music.
Yes. Okay. Right. You got to be able to play. What's the name of the
I don't
Star Wars
know.
theme song?
I can't play it because I have no rights to it.
But anyways, as you've got your lightsaber beam going up, you got to be able to jam out to that on your sound bar.
Whatever it is. Yeah.
Imperial March. That's
Okay.
what it is. Imperial March.
Yeah.
Coming below that sound bar is something you haven't seen in any of our vans before, but something we're really excited about. Integrated blinds.
Okay. And they're
Into
blackout.
the windows, yes. Blackout shades in here. This actually is filtered down from our concrete Oasis build. We went ahead and came up with a really clever solution from what Nicole and Ed had previously done. Found a better blind, found a better solution, came up with a new mounting. And so we've started putting this in a lot of our vans that have the full windows. And I love this.
Yeah, so if you go back to the rear windows, they don't have that built into it, so you have to do something separate for the rear.
Exactly. So this van came as a passenger van, so it had all of the windows. We actually
Okay.
took these front ones. You see how we have the CRL T vent, same in the slider.
Okay.
So we removed the factory windows to put venting ones in, but in the rear we kept what came from the factory.
Excellent.
So these are Mercedes factory windows, which if you are looking to purchase a van, I always recommend go with the cargo versus the passenger.
Put your own windows in.
And put your own windows in, because
Yeah.
they're just going to be better. You want to have airflow and venting. So that would have saved us from moving these, but not a big deal. We're able to pop them out and do that. And then, that gave us we wanted to still be able to have a lot of light coming in through this van, but be able to black it out.
I mean, I've said
really
this
easily.
multiple times in other videos, that the social layout, which is the dinette style layout you have here, having those windows opens the space up so much, and I love that.
It makes a big difference.
It does.
So what the first van that we did on was a customer request. He said, I want to have all the exterior lighting. And we put the big windows in, and it makes such a big difference.
It does.
And with everything in a van, it's a trade-off, right? You go to windows, now you have more heat loss or heat entering the vehicle.
And I've already said that this is your social layout, so maybe explain
Correct,
to people
yeah.
what that is.
So the social layout comes with this large U dinette in the back. So great place to be able to comfortably put 6 people. I've had 8 people back here playing cards. We've got this nice lagoon table with the Jedi symbol on it. Again, we are an Obi-Wan Kenobi. The way that this dinette system works is the table drops down and it rests on these bed rails right here, and then the cushions fold in, so this entire space in the back becomes the bed.
Actually slept in one of your
That's right,
socials
yeah.
over the weekend, and this past weekend, and it was actually really easy to do, and I actually was able to sleep this way. Because I'm short enough.
It is, it's 69 inches widthwise.
But you can fit easily 2 humans this way. You can fit 3 going this way.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's a big bed when it's all said and
It's
done.
an RV king back here.
Yeah,
So it's
wow.
a massive, massive bed.
That's amazing.
I think one of my other favorite features on this particular layout is the way that this back is removable and adjustable.
Okay.
So if you want to pull this out, we can
I
convert
use that
this
as the
space.
leaf.
Yes, so this is
Okay.
designed, so this divides your garage space, but when you want to put it into bed mode, it's both this and the table here drop
That's
in
the
to
leaf.
make
Got
that.
it.
So this
Okay,
makes
okay.
a leaf. But you can also fully remove this section, and now you get full pass through to the back of the van.
And why do you like that most? Like, I know you and Alan like to do what?
So it's really for storing big gear. So I love it to be able to put a mountain bike, a dirt bike in here.
Surfboards.
Surfboards. We do a lot of surfing trips, and so you end up getting all of your longboards can easily pass through in here. It's really nice to have that ability. Or even if you are trying to have that social dinette set up, but instead of having that U facing inwards toward the van, if we want to set this up over here, now you can set up to where we're looking at that beautiful view.
Not your shop, but maybe a beach.
Yeah, hopefully a better view than that, but exactly, yeah.
And last but not least, maybe we should go to the back of the van for this. Well, actually, before we go to the back of the van, those cushions look awfully familiar to me.
Yes, actually, funny you should mention that. So these cushions were a design that you picked for Casper the Sandy Ghost.
Yep.
And the customer saw that particular van. And that's where a lot of the inspiration on this one
No
came
way.
from. So the cabinetry color, this is our cocoa icing. He saw that, said, I love this cabinet, let's go with that. He saw the cushions that you selected in that van and said, let's go with that. I love that look. And then Casper was also the first one we did this drop ceiling design.
Yep.
So when he saw that, he's like, I would like to do something with that. So a lot of inspiration pulled from that van.
Well, I'm expecting my check any day.
All right, we'll make it happen. Yeah.
But no, let's. We've already showed the toilet. The biggest questions always are in vans are toilet, shower, and then eating and such. But
Yep. We didn't talk about stovetop and induction cooktop. Sink's a sink. It does sink
very
things.
nice, very nice sink by the way.
Yeah. You got to go over the top of those.
No, I can't
And
fit
then-
through here, believe it
So-
or not. Hi, Caleb.
So we go ahead and drop this to be able to
you.
get that full access. You were talking about the shower. Let's run around to the back of the van.
Okay.
What comes standard with every Sandy van is an outdoor shower. Some of our builds and layouts will do indoor showers, but every single one, even if it has an interior shower, is still going to have this out back. We talked about loading up gear, surfing. We want to be able to rinse all that off exterior of the van, so having this out here is great for gear rinsing or people rinsing. And then we have a magnetic shower curtain that attaches between the doors. So you're able to pop that in and get a little bit of privacy out the back.
Actually, you know what we didn't talk about is power. You use who and how much?
Yes, so our standard electrical system is 412 amp hours of lithium battery. That is all controlled with a Red Arc system. So we have two options. We either use the Red Arc Manager 30, which is a 30 amp charger, meaning you can charge up to 30 amps, or the Manager Alpha series, which has a 75 and 100 amp charging series. We will typically use the 75, which will allow you to charge up to 75 amps between your solar and between your alternator and your shore power.
I bring that up because normally you guys will see the power station back here, but it's actually all open for that storage for the client, and you guys were able to condense that power into a very small box over there.
Yeah, so we didn't even get into the underbenches, but our power system is super compact, sits right next to that kitchen galley over there, leaving everything else in this bench as open storage. Over here we have our water tank, and then everything from about here over is storage. It's a 22-gallon water tank, and then as you can see, we have lots of storage in the back as well.
Great options, great company. What is, how do we get a hold of, you know, Evan or even Caleb here, or anybody here at Sandy Vans? How do we get a hold of you?
Best way to check us out, sandyvans.com. Give us a call, and we'll do what we can to help you out with your van needs.
All right, thank you, Evan. Now, delivery time, right?
Delivery time, yes. So this, I'm glad we were able to get this walkthrough in because this customer is going to be here in 7 minutes ago, it looks like. So
7 minutes ago?
Yeah, so we're going to go do the delivery.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
All right, later.